bromine. Element number 35 is bromine, but we would have called it Khepri. Khepri means what? The rising. Go ahead. Let's see. Rising one. Khepri. Now I need to talk to you about how to invoke the spirit force of our ancestors by way of the way you breathe, you eat, you drink, and you think. If you go to a beach, let's say you go to a beach during the hot of the day, during sunrise, and you walk barefooted on the beach. When you walk barefooted on the beach, bromine gas rises, and it tears away the fatty cells. These deities are for us. Khepri will manifest in the form of bromine gas and get rid of those fatty cells quicker than Jenny Craig can. That's right. This is true. But you gotta be barefooted. They're cutting off our connection. Back in the days, the soles of the shoe, soul meaning sun, S-O-L. The soles of the shoe were made of wood. So you could get that connection from the 600-mile-long sun at the bottom of the earth. Now they have you wearing rubber. Back in the days, the ice trays were metal. Not plastic, because plastic is porous. And phthalates seep into the ice, which is toxins that come from the plastic. Your elders used to cook with glass pots. When you cook with these iron pots and stuff like that, it makes the water acidic. They're cutting off our connection. Every day, they're cutting off our connection. So this chemistry of Kemet mystery, or Chem being black or a wormhole or vortex, deals with us significantly. Alchemy. On my last note, I wish I could go into it. Alchemy. What was alchemy? Because remember, it's chemistry or Kemet mystery. You can hear the phonetics. What's alchemy? They created an alchemy that exists outside of the body. They want to do alchemy outside the body. What's that? What I'm talking about? Black. Vortex, wormhole. The alchemy took place inside the body. What is alchemy? The ability to transmute base metals into gold, right? You have metals in your body. If you have too much mercury in your body, you get a headache. On the left side of your head, women get migraines on the left side of their head if they're eating stuff like mushrooms, which is high in copper, and they're on their cycle, because the merometrium of their vaginal orifice produces a whole bunch of copper. So if you're eating copper on top of your menstrual cycle, you have an overabundance of copper, and it'll give you a migraine. See, chemistry, it's important, this information. So what's alchemy? The ability for your body to turn the base metals inside of your body into a usable resource called gold, but not any kind of gold, gold that actually thinks that it's conscious, called liquid gold, orbitally rearranged monatomic elements. Alchemy took place inside the body, not outside. They created alchemy outside the body to get in touch with that which you already have access to. What's that thing about Ray? See if you find about Ray. When Ray, they said that Ray put semen in his mouth and created the rest of the deities. Put semen in his mouth. Okay, thank you. They said that Ray, you find it, baby, it's in chemistry. It's in that, look for it. Go ahead. Yeah. So here we have, there's a popular story about Ray saying that Ray took semen and he put it in his mouth, his own semen, and spit out the other gods. Because the chemistry or the Kemet mystery is that they don't understand. They don't understand who and what we are. They don't understand our stories. So they always interpret it wrong. Ran with it and told it to other people. They didn't understand themselves. When you take active liquid gold and suspend it in water, it becomes one and the same as sperm. Liquid gold opens up the pineal gland, establishes clairvoyance, the ability to see into other dimensions, establishes clairaudience, the ability to hear people from other dimensions, establishes clairsentience, the ability to smell people from other dimensions. Sometimes your ancestors die, your grandmother, your father dies, and you can still smell their cologne or their perfume. Clairsentience, clairaudience, sometimes you can hear them. Well, this liquid gold activates those higher senses. And when Ray drank that sperm, it's liquid gold. When you suspend liquid gold, scientific fact, activated liquid gold suspended in water is one and the same as sperm. Which means you can produce liquid gold through your sperm. Which means if a woman is with a man in his right state of mind, she can be activated by way of his sperm. Because sperm is cerebral spinal fluid, which means it comes from the spine to the mind, the brain, the cerebral, and down if he wills to ejaculate instead of ejaculate, which is to keep the receptivity or the frequency and make it oscillate, ejaculation. This is real stuff. This is what we was into. So when a woman takes in a man's sperm, she's taking in his mentality. Because sperm comes from the mind. And if he hates women, you'll hate yourself. And she takes on his mentality, then she becomes telepathic. She knows his moves before he. And he says he's getting brain from her when she does his head, but in fact, she's the one receiving brain. That's what we say to her. I just got brain. She just gave me brain, right? No, she's taking your brain. And you get stupider as you keep having sex overzealously. Those Negroes out there are slow as hell because they're having too much sex and they're getting rid of too much of their brain. What was another Kemet mystery? You had Nunet, Hehi, Keki, Ket, Amun. See if you find those pictures, baby. And they said that the Egyptians were brothers and sisters at the same time. And they were also wives and husbands, right? And we said, but Dad, that's incest. But they only created these stories. You can read some of that information in one of my books called Was Jesus Breastfed? Thank you, baby. Show that picture again. She on point. Oh my God, she's so fast. I was just thinking that. All right. Good. So on my last note, you had Nunet, Hehi, Keki, Ket, Amun. They say that these were brothers and sisters and husband and wives at the same time. So some of us was in the conscious community saying, I don't know, we just gonna skip that part. I'm still Egyptian, right? But they always do this to us, so we don't understand. So this is why we have to be taught by our own. Because if she's taking in the male's fluid, right? A woman transforms every menstrual cycle. And she's taking in the fluids of another person, she will surrender to the male's DNA by virtue of her love. And she'll start taking on his genotype and his phenotype. She will even start looking like him. And they'll say, that look like brothers and sisters. You're taking on his mentality. You can't take on the mentality without taking on the look, because your face is contorted based on what you've been through. You'll start looking like your mate. So these brothers and sisters that were married to each other is because after you have sex with your man, you become part of the family. And if you make a baby by him, you become him, literally. Now he's the closest thing to you than anybody else, other than the mother. When you have a baby by a man, he becomes, or she becomes, the brother or sister, part of it. She produces a baby by a man, she becomes a sibling. So when we was in ancient Egypt and we were husband and wife and brother and sister at the same time, it's because we took on each other's persona by way of exchanging fluids. That's chemistry, or chemistry. But learn those deities in the periodic table and elements. No, ya tum no net he keki ke abuna munet shutep no get net set sorry that so took happy anque anti the fair to mount to better Isak mess up. Come on, I go in. Oh, I know all 99 of my elements. And my children do too. You know why? Because we're making the information applicable again. You have to be able to use the information. You go to school, you can't use it. They say, what I'm learning this for? We got to find a way to make the information applicable so we can retain it again. Don't read stuff you can't use. Don't come to lectures for information you can't use. Say, it was cool. I come back to work. I need something I can go out today and make it applicable starting today. Otherwise, why did I come here in the first place? I could have did this in the Pell Man school. So on that note, I really want to thank y'all for your time. I know y'all are in for a treat and a blessing. Thanks a lot. And you can get the book. You can get the new book over there in that corner where they're serving food. And the fried mushrooms are coming.
Give us some love, give us some love, give us some love, give the young man some love. Growing and showing, growing and showing. That's what it's about, I'm telling you, growing and showing. And give this girl a round of applause for doing this. Give her a round, come on, her new book is coming out. Stand up for the young lady, got a new book coming out. Give her a round of applause. Yeah, she got a new book coming out on October 31st. Y'all got the flyers, some of y'all got the flyers. I know the Madam Green was doing the flyers. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a little intermission, we're gonna take like a
correspondence with the 99 original elements. Yeah, they were the Godheads over these elements. This means that you can reactivate your DNA or that divine gene if you make a conscientious effort to see to it, know that when you're eating and when you're breathing, when you're drinking, that they exist within you, not without you.